If you've got back pain that you can literally put your thumbs right on, I'm going to show you how to get rid of it today. And more importantly, I'll give you a strategy to make sure it never comes back. Hey everyone, if you're looking for a way to get rid of that sharp back pain, the kind you can pinpoint with your finger, or pressing on it sometimes shoots pain down into your glutes, then you're in the right place. There's something you can do about it. But first, you need to identify it correctly, because it isn't really low back pain in the traditional sense. We're not talking about the muscles right in your lower back, even though you might feel some pain there too. What we're really talking about is your gluteus medius. This is a huge problem, often caused by too much sitting or even some things we do wrong in the gym. So first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. The glute medius is a muscle that runs right up under the glute max, attaching just inside a bony area called the psoas. Why does that matter? Because big bony landmarks make it easy to find and confirm you're on the right spot. To find it on yourself, just lean forward and run your hands across your lower back. You should instantly feel two spots where the bones stick out. That's the area. Now, if you run your fingers just to the outside of those bones and feel a spike in pain and tension, then we're talking about the same thing. This is what we're going to fix right now. So what is this muscle supposed to do anyway? Two main things. First, it helps you abduct your hip, which means lifting your leg up and out to the side. The second job is even more important. With every single step you take, it's supposed to keep your pelvis level. You see, when you lift one leg, your body naturally wants to fall in that direction. The glute medius on your standing leg works to keep your pelvis stable so it doesn't drop. When it's weak, you might develop what's called a Trendelenburg gait, where your hip drops with every step. You definitely don't want that. But here's an even bigger issue, especially if you lift weights. If you're getting this pain while you squat, I can almost guarantee it because you do have an equal distribution of weight through both legs. We can test this very easily, and you might be shocked by what you find. Just stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Now, all I want you to do is lift one leg off the ground. If I lift my left leg, no problem. But if I have to lift my right leg, I might have to shift my weight significantly more than I did on the other side. If you have to shift your weight a lot, or if you see your shoulders move way over to one side just to get your foot off the ground, then you don't have equal weight distribution. This creates imbalances that start to show up as this nagging back pain. When you squat, you want equal distribution to avoid these problems. So now, let's get to the most important part, fixing the darn thing. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this on the ground to get relief right now. More importantly, I'll give you some exercises to strengthen it so the pain doesn't come back. The fix is actually pretty easy, and most importantly, quick. If you find the spot and do this right, you'll feel relief almost immediately. Take your finger and thumb and place them right on that tender spot we found earlier. Now, let's get to work. First, to release the muscle, you'll lie on your side with a lacrosse ball or a firm ball. Place the ball right on that sore spot just outside the bony part of your pelvis. Let your body weight sink onto the ball. It's going to be tender. From here, you can do two things. First, just gently roll back and forth over the area for about 30 to 60 seconds. Then, find the most painful point, hold the pressure there, and slowly bring your knee up towards your chest, and then extend it back down. This is called a tack and stretch, and it helps release the trigger point. Do this for about 8 to 10 repetitions. Should feel an immediate difference in the tension. Now for the strengthening part, because releasing it is only half the battle. Lie on your side, with your bottom leg bent for support and your top leg straight. Make sure your hips are stacked and your body is in a straight line. Now slowly lift your top leg up towards the ceiling, leading with your heel. Don't let your hips roll back. You want to feel this working right in that glute medius area? Squeeze at the top and slowly lower it back down. Aim for 12 to 15 reps. Another great exercise is the clamshell. Lie on your side with your knees bent and feet together. Keeping your feet touching, lift your top knee up towards the ceiling, opening your hips like a clamshell. Again, keep your core tight and don't let your pelvis rock back. Do 15 to 20 reps to really wake that muscle up. By combining these release techniques with simple strengthening exercises, you can finally get rid of that pinpoint back pain and build the stability you need to keep it from ever returning. Start incorporating these into your routine a few times a week, and you'll notice a huge difference in how you move and feel. Thanks for watching, And be sure to subscribe for more tips on how to train like an athlete. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're re-tackling a super common problem that a lot of you have asked about: nagging hip pain. Specifically that deep, annoying ache right in the glute area. It's the kind of pain that can make sitting, standing, and even just walking around a real chore. Many people immediately think they need to grab a lacrosse ball or a foam roller and just mash into that sore spot. But here's the thing. When an area is already inflamed and in pain, putting intense direct pressure on it can actually make it worse. The muscle will often tense up and resist, which is the exact opposite of what we want. We're not trying to start a fight with our muscles, trying to convince them to relax and let go. So what's a better way? I'm going to show you a simple, effective, much gentler technique that you can do anywhere, anytime, using just your own hands. This method puts you in complete control of the pressure, allowing you to work asterisk with asterisk your body, not against it. This is all about applying what we call top-down pressure, while guiding the muscle through a specific range of motion. It's a game changer for releasing that deep tension without causing more irritation. Ready to give it a try? Let's get right into it and show you how to find some relief. First things first, let's locate the spot we're going to work on. It's usually a tender point deep in your glute, often a bit to the side. To find it, you can sit down and feel around that area until you find a spot that feels tight, tender, or even reproduces that familiar ache. Once you've found it, that's your target. Now, instead of lying on a ball, we're going to use our own thumb. Take the thumb of the same side hand and place it directly onto that tender spot. The goal here isn't to push as hard as you possibly can right away. You want to apply firm but comfortable pressure, just enough so you can feel it, but not so much that you're wincing in pain. Think of it as a 5 or 6 on a 10-point pain scale. You are in total control. Now that you have your thumb securely on that spot, the magic really begins. We're going to combine this pressure with movement. Your hand is going to stay completely still, maintaining that steady pressure while your leg does all the work. Start by letting your knee slowly drop down towards the ground. Go as far as you comfortably can. The moment your knee touches the floor, or gets close to it, you're going to reverse the motion. From here, you'll start to kick your leg back behind you, moving into what we call hip extension. It's really important that your leg travels past the midline of your body as you kick back. This ensures we're targeting the glute muscles through their full range. As you extend your leg back, there's one more crucial detail. As you lift your leg up behind you, try to point your toes slightly down towards the floor. This little tweak helps to engage the hip abductors and ensures we re-getting the most out of the movement. So, the entire sequence is a smooth, controlled motion. Your thumb stays pressed into that spot, providing constant, targeted pressure. Meanwhile, your leg moves through its range. Knee drops down and in, touches the ground, then sweeps back and up into extension, with your toes pointing down. You should feel the muscle moving and gliding right underneath your thumb with every single repetition. Let's put it all together in real time so you can see the flow. Find your spot. Apply pressure with your thumb. Now, let's move the leg. Slowly bring the knee down to touch the ground. Nice and controlled. Now, sweep it back behind you, lifting the leg up into extension. Remember to get it past your body's midline and point those toes down. Then, you bring it back to the start and repeat. You should feel that muscle working and releasing under your thumb. The key here is to move slowly and deliberately. This isn't a race. Each repetition is an opportunity to teach that muscle how to relax. You can do this for about 10 to 15 reps, or for about a minute or two. You'll be amazed at how much better that spot feels afterwards. This technique is so powerful because it combines active movement with targeted pressure, which helps to reset the connection between your brain and that muscle. It's a way of calming down the nervous system and encouraging the muscle to let go of that chronic tightness. Do this regularly, especially when you feel that ache starting to creep in, and you'll be on your way to happier, pain-free hips. Give it a try, and let me know how it goes in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Feel that flossing sensation? Repeat this about 10 times. After you're done, rest for about 10 seconds. We want to fatigue this muscle spasm, this trigger point. We're going to try and burn it out. Hold that same spot. Get right back into the position. Leg back into extension, toes pointed down, abduct it, and hold it. Squeeze as hard as you can. In other words, lift this leg up and squeeze. Now, one of the interesting things you'll notice, and he's groaning over, here is that when you have issues here and frequent low back pain, this muscle is probably really, really weak. This exercise alone can feel like agony. You might not even be able to hold it up. I know people who can squat hundreds of pounds, but struggle with this. That just shows how much pain and weakness there is. So once you've done that and you stand up, you should notice an immediate relief in that spot. Go ahead and stand up, Jesse. We've actually gotten rid of that pain for the short term, but more importantly, how do we keep it away? That's what I'm going to show you next. Work Rikers won't grow as I were, binding over wedding gray I get way I gray I get gore right way I can why one by war and I gray with gryer to some grinding with I griger if I work right with what way For our first exercise, you're just going to use a wall. Put one arm up for support and balance, not to push. Take the leg on the inside and lift it up. Now your hip will want to just drop out to the side. But the glute medius, remember its job is to prevent that drop. So, it's going to drive your hip back in until your leg touches the wall. Then let it drop out again, and drive it back up and across. We're actually working the outside hip of the leg that's on the ground. You want to do this for about 10, 12, or 15 reps. Most importantly, focus on getting really good, solid contractions to teach that muscle to get stronger. How often? At least 3 to 5 times a week, maybe even once a day if you have back pain right now. You want to get into the routine of doing this, especially if you sit a lot. We have another exercise here that you can do. It's a little odd, but I promise you it's going to work. Okay, so this one's a bit elaborate and definitely looks weird. We call it what it looks like, the sack swinger. You'll see why in a second. Just take a dog leash and a kettlebell, or any kind of weight. You could also use a dip belt. If you don't have one, just put the leash around the weight like this. Now, Jesse's going to step into it and hook it around his waist. It's hanging right between his legs. Now you get the name. He's going to turn around, and all he's going to do is start walking with a nice, slow, normal gait. You can see every time he lifts one foot, it's challenging. Not only is he holding up the weight of his airborne leg, but he also has to control the weight swinging beneath him. This is a more advanced version of what we just showed you, and it will really start to free up those hips and teach those muscles to be a lot stronger. He's already feeling the burn after just one short walk. You can do this in the privacy of your own home, that's fine. But I promise you, this low back pain will become a thing of the past. Finally, the other exercise is also the treatment. Remember when you were on the ground with your finger on that spot? Well, the movement itself, bringing your leg back behind your body, lifting up with your toe down, coming forward to touch the ground. Then coming back for those leg lifts becomes your long-term solution. Do as many as you can to build up your tolerance and endurance, and be sure to do it on both sides. That exercise we used for treatment now becomes the thing you do to make sure the pain stays away for good. Guys, low back pain is one of the most common issues we all deal with. It can undermine any of your workouts. As anyone who's had it knows, when your low back is hurting, it's tough to even get yourself to the gym, let alone lift anything heavy. We want to make sure we get that fixed. If you're looking for a program that puts the science back in strength, remember, as a physical therapist, everything I do has both goals in mind. Not just getting you to look better, but to feel good too. All our programs are available at thleanx.com. If you're looking for our latest video, we'll link it up here for you. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do and click to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright guys, I hope you get rid of this pain once and for all. I'll see you back here soon.